Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome back to some more Roots Devour. Really, welcome back to the final episode, give or take. We're nearing the end. We've got almost all the blood reservoirs. We've got the fancy strange fruit. So if we're lucky, we can get one of the good endings. Maybe. We will see. But for now, I've still got to figure out how to get through this entire area and find that last blood reservoir if I can. Oh. Speaking of, toss the digestion over here. Where do we throw the wine? Do these have growth? No, they do not, but they probably don't need it. I'm gonna give these guys the wine. Acidic soil that. Toss the residue out here. I don't really need bloodstone, frankly. But it's still worth kind of pursuing. So the question on this is, where can I go? Nope, couldn't. See if I can get a couple more. Get a flower and more roadblock roots. Oh. So this whole thing is full collapsed. Yeah, space occupied. Okay, so I could extend past it. But yeah, that ain't happening. Go here. Well, we get a bunch of seeds, including seed balm, which we like. I'm just going to connect to this man. Grab that. Because the barrel's going to slime whatever. Break the soil, reap, return, and harvest, and then reset. Again and again until she wakes from her slumber. I once carved the words forbidden fruit, yet now I no longer understand their meaning. Okay, so this is giving me access to this whole area, finally, kind of. Yeah, we have a pair of deer. I think I'm going to put a seed bomb here. And just an overgrowth seed. Because it doesn't really matter. And then a blood seed. Okay, so the rock is gone, so we can now connect to that, but we don't need to. We'll go to the corpse flower. Which, upon spread to a creature, its cost is reduced, but I get it for free with a horizontal scale. Which makes this feel a little tacky. Move it, we're running out of time. Stop yelling. Almost there. We can't get out. Keep up. I killed that man, though. Okay. Actually, let's just start boostering. Because I can definitely fit a couple through here. That makes this harder. Only marginally. Oh, but I can't hook up to that one. It's fine. Shoot. Well, all things no, we do need to go through here. do we? I think I might just have to make do without. Just get rid of those guys, because they're going to be an issue for me anyway. Oh, speaking of, I never did actually deal with the dudes up here. Okay. Toss the flour. Spreads into some seeds. Okay. I think I'm going to just line this up perfectly. Yeah, at this point, I don't think there's really much for me to care deeply about. As long as I don't run out of water, we can't lose. Drink one jar after another until your mind soars, looking down upon the burning land. The jar is drained, yet the stir of blood lingers, not an echo, but a call from the tangled depths of the roots. Okay, cleared that. Oh, the music stopped, probably because we don't have any more archers harassing me. Phew. Okay, if I put the overgrowth seed right here... we can connect. Ah! The barrel bursts under the crushing tendrils. Spreading acid. Shame though. Such a feast within reach. Okay, so we have a camera, which is different. What does the camera do? When in place, record all nearby cards, destroy itself, and create a mandala catalog. Huh. Okay. Not much for me to place. But that's okay. So we actually do want the dull plant here. It's normally worthless, but here it's great. How many somethings? What? Captain, I'm afraid. Keep firing, we must stop it. Yes, sir. What is... I think they put the dialogue flag on the wrong character. Which is very funny. So what are we doing? I mean, we've more or less snuck our way in here, when maybe we shouldn't have. But it is okay. As I thought. Two things to digest here. And yeah, there's got to be some way to get access to those, but I'm not seeing it. So what's the blaze do? Countdown when spreading, grant target gleam. I mean, options. I think I'm going to toss the murky mirror here. Okay, nothing amazing. Oh, we'll just dupe, potentially. No, I don't want to destroy those. But blaze, because it's frozen. Go there. And so this can hook up to anything. Regardless of it being frozen. The blood-drenched vines glisten with lustrous beauty. You can scarcely wait to offer everything to the benevolent mother. Desire urges you forward in a daze, completing the final embellishment for this gift. Okay, so we've cleared that. This is here. Which is fine. Guess I'll digest the butterfly just so I can gain access to this southern route. Do we have anything here? It seems like there might be something on the opposite. something on the opposite side. I was correct. I'm going to take these guys' photo. Is that it? Nothing more? Okay. I guess that was wasteful. Oh, did I never connect to this deer? I've got 4,000. What is a Mandala Records? Oh, that's interesting. I can't imagine using the camera too much, but I like it. Please, let us take shelter here. It's full of monsters out there. You can stay, if you got something to offer. This is all we have left, please, I beg of you. Good, that'll do. But there's one more thing I need you to do. Whatever you ask, I'll do it. Guards, throw them out. No, sir, please. Wow. They just suck. Okay, so we have an acidic soil, which I can use somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't needed acidic soil in a little while. We needed it badly for a bit, and then we kind of just said, meh, and stopped. Well, grand scheme of things, acidic soil, that, because we can keep extending downwards. Throw an oxen right here. Surprise! Surrender! Okay, and then I could connect to them. But for some reason I'm feeling benevolent. I'll just throw the sunflower on this side. Because there's something here that I want to go take a look at. It's you. The eye. It's probably Mother. This is what they were guarding? What the hell? We'll take your stuff and then throw you out. By the way, the only thing in this building was 2 tables and a weasel. I'm sorry, just the callous disregard for human life in this amuses me a lot, just because of how inane it is half the time. Do not question further. I have seen the answer to everything. The blood feast approaches. Mother will lead us away from this eternal connection. When the final gate opens, all flesh shall, within her gaze, achieve eternity. Okay. I don't need the blood seed. Can use the seed bomb, though. Seed bomb is big good. Let's see. Do I have something I want to digest? Probably. Do we have anything else we want to digest? Also, probably. I've left like a gazillion deer in my wake. There we go. Just barely got both of them. Hey, and that got me an oxen. We like those. Okay. Oh, really? Guess the growth effect, not quite as good as I was hoping for. It's okay. And that only costs 2 water. I've got more than enough. We'll just daisy chain seeds. Oh, there's the eye again. Now, there's some really silly options I do have that I could do. Or I like daisy chain more of these in weird ways. Okay, we just get a mutated deer. Eh. Should be more places for me to put a booster. Not that we really need to classify any of my stuff as small creatures, but it's nice to restock the hand every once in a while anyway. Pause. Because I can put the mutated pelt down over here. And then we can go back and grab this. Alright, so far so good. This is a long walk. Oh, hold up. Before I do anything, we should waste this seed. And the fluorescent seed. We don't want them to propagate. For any reason. Let's see. Something to digest. There always is somewhere. I just have to go looking. And then I did have this sprout deer. We have a mutated deer. But do we have a no-eye deer? Okay, put that there. Oh, there's the eye. I apologize. This has been nothing but my own desire. I am surprised you have not, like others, become her mere tool to harvest blood. This fills me with delight, as if I have finally found a kindred soul. It is you who stirs my hope for greater possibilities. But soon it shall all fade into nothing. I'm destined to be left behind. But you're the strongest among us. You still have a chance. Go, join Mother. Oh, go join Mother. Okay, so if I toss the corpse flower here, and then oxen between them. Not that we desperately need this. Grab that, so that's done. Not that that's a huge issue for me. Oof. It's fine. Okay, and passive corruption. And exploration during the story? I don't think I have anything left to do, so sure. Let's finish this off with style. And like, even if there was stuff for me to explore, what am I gonna do? As far as I know, I'm getting pretty close to the final thing. Oh, you know the one thing? I'm actually missing a blood reservoir. Am I? That's a wellspring that... Oh. Oh, okay. Didn't collapse that. Interesting. I guess not that we really care. I think this was supposed to have gotten rid of that. But yeah, feels like I'm missing something. A blood reservoir in some odd spot. Unless there's one final one somewhere that I've completely missed. Well, it will be extremely funny and also depressing to me if we get to the end and it's like, sorry, bad ending, you didn't grab the one, oh, the one thing. Speaking of the one thing. Nope. That's just a rat. Huh. Because, yeah, there were no blood reservoirs in the early part of this. It's another back tune. Okay. I still don't know what the point of those are. We've got the clay pots and some other things there. Yeah, the problem is it says 6 out of 7. I can't imagine this would let me continue if I was truly missing something important. Unless, of course, it gives me a bad ending. Because, yeah, we have these big buildings here that it feels like I should be able to get into them to find more stuff, but... Okay, well... unless I missed something hilariously obvious, we can also come back here. We've got a bunch of really good starting points. Because, yeah, I can... There's the farm outskirts. Was there another one, or is it the... I think at the farm is the best I've got. I don't know why these are still glowing. Yeah, so maybe the last blood reservoir is here. Or we lose. You've reached the capital gates, where the blood rain fans the runes into greater flames. Yet your tendrils sense no trace of life within. Ironic, isn't it? The soldiers gave their lives to guard a hollow city with nowhere else to go. You sense a thick stench of decay mingled with the sweetness of blood. Without realizing it, you drift into a deep sleep. Yeah, I think I might have actually missed a blood reservoir, maybe. Well, looks like it's reset everything. Oh, but I have like a gazillion blood. So we should have no limitations here. Yeah, water infinity. Well, they spammin' and got banned. Let's just continue on. I don't think there's anything here. Corruption, a blood pool. So now we have infinite blood on top of infinite water. Who's shooting arrows here? Where is this? Blood, endless blood. Give me blood. The city's falling. We should run, right? The hell's coming out of the ground? Me. Hello. Goodbye. Okay. I seem to have an unlimited amount of stuff in my booster packs. I get a horizontal scale, which does something. Gets me access to this. I'm gonna hold on to those somewhat preciously. Because I don't have... Well, my boosters are completely random at this point. Let me take a look. Oh. So we don't have a map. Interesting, we're just flashing around then. No. No space. No, I don't need to use it there. We can loop around other ways. Place the owl or the rat near the wormhole. Oh. Well, that's not what I wanted. But I guess we're kind of just going back. Yeah, this is kind of more of like a weird dream sequence, presumably. Grab the eerie bud, though I have no idea what use it has. Oh. There's a bunch of body parts. Shoot. Those would have been maybe useful. I don't know, actually. I mean, it's too late now. Well, at least it's saving me time by just super connecting to everything. I could do without the flashes, though. They're a little hard on the eyes. Yeah, a bunch of imprisoned people. This will make my life a little easier. Our god is here! End the fire cult once and for all! Serves you right, die you twisted fire cultists! Okay. Get a fish man, but not. Yeah, definitely dream sequence at this point. Sort of. Ritual materials. Nutrients like crazy. And then we just keep going. I don't think I make any choices here. We might. Let's see. I haven't needed anything here. Like, we have the eerie buds and other stuff. But I think I'm pretty limited on actual agency. Grab the digestion, but what's that even good for? Some of these might be just random procs from my talents triggering, rather than anything else. Yeah, like the viper coming out of the corpse. Now, there's a wormhole there. Do we have anything else? A viper. Yeah, so we're just kind of doing a, hey, remember all of the previous game? Here you go, again, sort of. Okay. Line got super zombied. Yeah, nothing I can really do. Harbor, contact error. This almost feels kind of science fiction-y. Okay. Like, if you put this on a space station, this could have been like a Dead Space-y thing, but from the necromorph perspective, everything is falling apart in the embrace of blood. The scarlet spreads, yet I can still feel your presence. Is that you? I know it is. I believe it's you. Magnificent, isn't it? Blood rain soaring into the heavens, as if whispering, we are born to take. And yet, we can still take root. Stretch deeper and cling to all that we can reach. No longer little twigs bent to another's will. We can be towering trees that stand on our own. Even as we know what fate awaits us. Even as we must one day fade into the void. Do not let go of my hands. You and I are bound together. In joy or in sorrow, we will bear it as one. I think I just got propositioned to by a plant. Or married to a plant? I don't know. The blood rain stops. The unseen connection is now severed, replaced by a familiar touch. Flora's hand, holding yours. It feels like when it all began, just you, her, circled by flame and blood. The massive roots burst forth from the ground, carrying her with them. The last breathing creatures abandon all pretense and give in to their one true thirst, throwing themselves into the final feast. Shrieks, wails, howling of gusts, crackling of flames. Blood no longer binds you or brings you thrill. All you want is to silence the noise. The great being that chose this planet as its cradle is hatching, taking away everything except desolation. The final revelry leaves nothing but a dead silence. All you can see now are the withering roots and her hands. That was ending C. I don't think that was the right ending, unfortunately. Well, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to read all these credits. No, it looks like I can read some of it, but I'm going to skip. So how do we get the other endings? At last the bird spreads her wings, following the trail of the roots towards the pure white she has always feared. Beyond the storm's edge, her weary wings finally find solace in the familiar warmth of a root-woven nest. She curls up inside with contentment. The storm wanes, leaving only endless white, giving her a dream that would never end. Or gifting her with a dream that would never end. So this is an epilogue for each of the characters. That's sad? The elder, with no light to chase, quietly gazes at the stars, one by one returning to the void. The fireflies, one after another, flicker out in the blood rain. The last glimmer of her life fades softly with them. She departs to fulfill her final prophecy. And nothing about Ivy. So what am I missing? Return to the world before the ending. Okay. So we have some dialogue. Life Fusion Technology Part 3. There sure are a lot of them. Well then, no time to waste. You can leave it to me. I'll have it interpreted soon enough. I'm quite looking forward to reading it myself. I greeted Ivy. She came back with you, right? She's definitely related to Flora. They look so alike. I can't be wrong this time. But Ivy's nothing like Miss Flora. She barely talks to anyone. Maybe we should visit her sometime. And nothing from Moth. Okay, collection. So we've got all of these done. But yeah, in the city we should have access to the church and the farm outskirts as well. Okay, so we're done with that. So admonition. And then thoughts. Yeah. So Dr. Klein's daughter, unable to bear her father's prolonged absence, snuck into the research facility, accidentally injured by one of the parasitic plants, but displayed an astonishing adaptability to them. Though weighed on our conscience, little Ivy might be the scientist to revolutionize her work, but reality mocked us cruelly. The fusion bore strange and terrible fruit. She survived, but... and then we can't read the rest, unfortunately. Because... too much English. So I gotta figure out... so I know there's 4 different endings. We got the 3rd one, which seemed kind of bittersweet. So I'd like to look into what other options we have. It also feels like I'm missing a bunch of stuff. But I have no idea how to unlock the rest. I'll have to look into it. There might be... well, I was going to say there might be gaps in the videos, but almost assuredly this is the last one. Well, we'll figure it out. Oh, Crow is back. I thought he left. Maybe this is important. Head lowered and bottle in hand, his folded wings quiver faintly, his face swallowed by shadow. That powder-casqued knight, covered in wounds, must have been a fearless warrior in his days. Once held courage, too, yet in the end, I was the only one to escape that day's bloodshed. Don't take me wrong, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm merely moved that he finally found release. He gently tips the bottle, letting the liquid seep into the earth. When will I meet my end? He leans against her roots like a drunken old friend. Nope, that ain't it. I've been making a lot of friends. I talked to the Firefly lady the other day. I couldn't understand her, though. She kept going on about the light. Maybe you get along with her, little root. You don't like fire, do you? But her light doesn't burn. Like, it feels like I'm missing something huge. Or multiple somethings. That forbidden fruit works in miraculous ways. Bit by bit, it's bringing my memories back. But somehow it only makes me feel more pain. Remember my mother lying in that dark coffin, covered by heavy layers of flowers. My father, always in a rush. He looks tall in my memories, but his face remains blurred. And then the storybooks he used to bring home, so many of them. In those fairy worlds, rabbits weren't expendables drained for blood. They were friends, even family to little girls. Even Master Executor would find it remarkable, I think. Sadly, this doll, made by the roots, lacks the wisdom and memory of the one in the snow. It's just a hollow doll. The lethal wounds and the icy chills spell out his identity clearly. Father! Father, she shows no fear, no grief, even though the man before her is just an empty shell. There's no joy either. She just stands there, as if making up her mind. Thank you, Master Executor, for letting me see him again. I've imagined our reunion so many times, but here he is, an empty shell. Like me, he's no longer fully human. Yet, in this incompleteness, I see that my value doesn't come from what I was, or what form I wore, and certainly not from any so-called duty I was born to fulfill. The father of my memories wasn't respected because of this cold, empty body. Maybe someday, when all mortals return to dust, knowledge will become a form of life that lives on forever. I choose to follow you only because it's Ivy's will. Please let me stay with you, as I am now. Okay. So I found all the books for Ivy. Like, is that it? Is that the delineation? It's either that or the fact that I don't have the freaking rat. And I never figured it out. There's also a couple of question marks with Flora that I'm missing. And I'm curious about what I'm missing there. One question mark here might be an interaction with a rat. I don't know. I legitimately have no idea how to get ending D. Frustrating. Alright. I think we've got the true ending. Or, well, not the true ending, the good ending. And if we're not there, we're very close. So I'll hit the record for this section. Let's see. Yeah, apparently I needed one more achievement. I guess I hadn't found a book for Ivy, possibly. And that was the reason why we didn't get the, like, truly good ending. So supposedly ending C is the developer's kind of canonical good ending, and that the real good ending is, like, the Disney good ending, which is funny considering I'm an eldritch horror monster that's just devouring all life. But I mean, as Disney good as you can possibly get in those situations. I liked this game. I thought it was charming. I also thought it was a little frustrating. I think mostly the translation was a little scuffed, and then, yeah, finding some of the secrets and whatnot was a little slow. But the rest of it was genuinely good and interesting in a way that I would love to see more of. Everything's falling apart in the embrace of blood. The scarlet spreads, yet I can feel your presence. Is that you? I know it is. I believe it's you. Magnificent, isn't it? Blood rain soaring into the heavens. As whispering, we are born to take. And yet we can still take root, stretch deeper, and cling to all that we can reach. No longer little twigs bent to another's will. We can be towering trees that stand on our own. So I think this dialogue is all the same. I think part of it is I wish there was a better indication of whether or not I was on the right path. Even as we know what fate awaits us. Even as we must one day fade into the void. Do not let go of my hands. You and I are bound together. In joy or in sorrow, we will bear it as one. So I think maybe everything is the same up until each of these endings is kind of in two parts. There's the part where it's kind of showing our sort of ascension. And then the aftermath for the characters. Because yeah, this is the same. That's part of the reason why this video took so long to come out, is because I hate hunting for hidden endings. It's actually one of my least favorite things in games. And like it's nice to hunt for a really good ending, but like I played through Final Fantasy X-2 I think like 6 times to get the 100% so I could get the true final, good ending. And it was unsatisfying, and I think ever since I've built up a solid dislike for it. You have no time to dwell on this. They're not the only source of the clamor. Okay, I think this is new. Your mind follows the voice back to that familiar place. Yep, this is new. I like it how the owl has a, do not connect to this symbol. Outside, everything is changed beyond recognition, yet here, nothing seems altered. As the revelry stills, the final drop of blood rain falls. The survivors gather close around you. Yep, this is the ending that I was looking for. Master Executor. I'm grateful for everything you and the others have done for me. There's something I wish to tell you. I'm leaving here. But please don't worry. I promise I'll come back. I just want to go back to the human library to gather what remains of civilization. I want to retrieve the scattered pieces of knowledge. The branches of time have withered dry. As for me, maybe I can still wait for the next dawn. Claws didn't get wet. Hoo-hoo. Ivy's books didn't get wet. Firefly Lady's glowing sprites didn't get wet at all. The brave little bird believes she has protected everyone. Oh, because she made the nest. This is her whole side quest has been to build this whole nest thing. Okay, that's actually really good. I was wondering what it was up to, and the answer is, yeah, it did actually kind of protect everybody. Sort of. The darkness is finally complete. Every flame will eventually return to its veins. So be it. At least it's quieter than I expected. How do you feel? You've noticed it by now, haven't you? With Mother gone, neither you nor I are bound by water anymore. Which means you are truly free. Isn't that something worth celebrating? So, shall we try again? As we did in the beginning, shake my hand. As you extend your tendrils, her vines have already coiled around yours. It is no different from the handshake you remember, yet there is no intent to take anything anymore. Through this delicate touch, those fragile, short-lived beings once sealed promises and exchanged trust. So quiet and generous, just as Mother was when creating all beings. You can feel it clearly, an invisible, umbilical principle binding you to her, to this dead world, and to the departed Mother. But what does that matter compared to what you have now? Sadly, I have no more blood to share with you. After all, we've been accomplices for quite some time, haven't we? Let's celebrate the silence between feasts. Heh. Even if you take my hand, I'm afraid I can't take you anywhere. That it? Yep, the end. Ending D. Alright, that was the ending I wanted. For sure. The characters were just too charming to let them die in the cold. Not that it really seemed like they have much future exactly, but still. What a good game. What an interesting little... you know what? I can actually run the credits this time around. What an interesting combination of mechanics and ideas. I feel like it under-delivered in terms of that, like, talent tree and some of the progression systems that I wish there was a little bit more proper build crafting. We got a little bit of it, and I'm glad you didn't unlock everything. It's mostly, I think, that the talent tree ran out maybe halfway through the game, and then I was just kind of continuing on. Not that I needed it, but it did mean that, like, I didn't really have much of a reason to play around with the other builds because I didn't have enough, like, wiggle room in terms of, like, available build slots. But I also get it. It is what it is. And it really didn't need it. Like, you could beat most of that game without ever turning on a single perk. Maybe the final level would have been a little rough, but that was about it. And yeah, I like the fact that it kind of used some level of roguelite design as well. The fact that coming back to levels, you had a boost to go further. I guess both the talent tree and the fact that the forest paths would turn into corrupted paths and connect for you, and you get the wormholes and some other things. Like, there were a lot of good ideas there. I almost wish for a more, like, sandboxy version of this, one where you actually do have to worry about active threats. It could be interesting if they did a version of this where it's like Creeper World from the Creeper's perspective, but also recognize that that could be kind of tricky to push, to work with and work around. I don't know. Anyway, I had a good time with this one. Once again, I'm very sorry this video took so long to release. I got very sidetracked with other work, got a bit busy, and honestly just got kind of frustrated hunting down whatever the last couple things I needed for the final ending. And so I just lost steam hard. It's usually why I try to pre-record all of my series before I put them up on WonderVods, but I also just sometimes a game comes out that I have to, strike while the iron is hot, and then when the iron is cool, then I kind of lose it, but is what it is. Anyway, I guess with all that said, thank you all so much for sticking with me on this series, and I'm looking forward to playing whatever's next. I'm still finishing up Planet Crafter. That's going to be kind of in between series until that one's done. And then I've got Fellowship, which is a far cry from what this is. And then, you know what? I've actually got a game on the horizon very soon that should be kind of similar. Where instead of an eldritch horror, it's a mechanical horror. I think I'm going to do a series on that one. It's also going to be hellaciously long, but long in a way that I find extremely compelling all the same. For now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.